It was late, almost midnight, when I heard a soft knock on my bedroom door. "Can you spend the night in my room?" my stepmother, Linda, asked. Her voice was calm but carried something heavy, almost trembling. She was 55, graceful, and always carried herself with dignity. But that night, her eyes were different, filled with an emotion I couldn't name. I hesitated. "Is everything okay?" I asked. She gave a faint smile. I just don't want to be alone tonight." I followed her to her room. The dim light from the bedside lamp painted the walls in warm tones. She handed me a blanket, and we sat across from each other, not saying much at first. I could hear the ticking of the clock, loud in the silence. Then she began talking about her late husband, my father, about the loneliness that had been eating her up for years. She spoke with such vulnerability that I felt something shift inside me, not attraction, but a deep wave of compassion. As the hours passed, she told me stories I'd never heard, how she met my father, the dreams they shared, the sacrifices they made. Her voice cracked when she admitted, "I'm afraid the family will fall apart without him and without you." I promised her, "That will never happen. I'm here." She smiled faintly, her hand briefly resting on mine, just a mother's touch, but her eyes carried gratitude so deep it felt like a hug. We both eventually drifted off to sleep, the sound of rain outside wrapping the night in quiet peace. But in the morning, the real shock came. When I woke, there was an envelope on the bedside table with my name on it. Inside was a key and a letter in my father's handwriting. It read, "If you're reading this, then Linda has trusted you enough to know the truth. Protect her." The key opens the safe. Inside, you'll find what could destroy, or save, our family. My heart raced. What could possibly be inside? And why did my father hide it from everyone except us? That night had changed everything. The rest of the day, I couldn't stop thinking about the letter. Every time I caught Linda looking at me, it was as if she already knew I had read it and was silently waiting for my decision. That evening, I went to her room again. The warm glow of the lamp made her eyes look softer, warmer. "You found the key, didn't you?" she asked gently. I nodded. "What's in the safe, Linda?" She stepped closer, her hands brushing mine as she took the key. Her touch lingered, slow and almost trembling. "It's not just what's inside, it's what it means." We sat together on the bed, our knees touching. She told me how my father had trusted her with secrets no one else knew, about the people he had helped and the enemies he had made. And then, her voice lowered. "I didn't just love your father. I've grown to love the man you've become. Your kindness, your strength. You remind me of him, and yet, you're your own soul." Her words sent a strange warmth through me. She wasn't speaking like a mother now, she was speaking like a woman who saw me for who I truly was. She reached up, gently fixing my hair the way my father used to, but her hand stayed against my cheek, and for a moment, neither of us moved. The closeness, the quiet breathing, the way her eyes searched mine, it was a moment that felt frozen in time. "I trust you," she whispered, "with my life." I promised her, "You're not alone anymore." We opened the safe together. Inside was a stack of documents, photographs, and an old velvet box. She opened it slowly, revealing a necklace with a heart-shaped pendant. "It's yours," she said softly. "Your father wanted you to give it to the woman you love one day. Tonight, I'm giving it to you first, to remember this moment." And in that quiet room, with the rain tapping against the window again, our bond became something unbreakable, filled with warmth, loyalty, and a closeness that neither of us could fully explain. The necklace glimmered faintly in Linda's hand. My fingers brushed against it, feeling the cool metal, but my mind was spinning. Why did my father hide this? I asked. Linda took a deep breath. Because it's not just a necklace. It's the key to something far more dangerous than you can imagine. Her words hit like a jolt. What do you mean? She stood, walked to the safe again, and pulled out a small black envelope. It was sealed with red wax and stamped with a symbol I'd never seen before, a circle with a dagger in the center. I never told you this, she said, But your father wasn't just a businessman. He worked for a private intelligence group. This necklace has a hidden compartment containing a microchip. If the wrong people find it, we're both in danger. My pulse quickened. And they know about me? Linda's eyes darted toward the window, her voice trembling now. They know everything. Just then,
Bang!
a loud knock at the door. We froze. It wasn't a neighborly knock. It was sharp, urgent, threatening. Don't open it, she whispered. But the knocks grew louder, faster. We could hear footsteps circling the house. Linda grabbed my hand. Follow me. We hurried down the hall to the basement, where she lifted a loose floorboard. Inside was a narrow tunnel lit by a single emergency bulb. Your father built this, she said, for moments like this. As we crawled through, I could hear the front door crashing open behind us. Voices, low, male and searching. We reached the other end of the tunnel and emerged into the cold night air. Linda was breathing hard, clutching the necklace to her chest. We didn't stop running until we reached an old cabin by the edge of the woods. Inside, Linda locked the door and pulled the curtain shut. She looked at me, eyes fierce but shining. From this moment on, she said, you're the only person I trust. Whatever happens next, we face it together. I nodded, feeling a mix of fear and something deeper, a bond that had been forged through fire. But then, her phone buzzed. She turned it toward me. The screen showed a message from an unknown number. We know you have the necklace. Bring it to the old pier at midnight or he dies. My stomach dropped. On the screen was a photo of someone I recognized instantly. It was me.